Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to episode 7 of our Journal in January series. And we're building a journal to just show the journey of my adventure to create in Atlanta, USA last year. And I went to the Anna Griffin event of a lifetime. It was Create For and it was just awesome. So I wanted to show you how to build a journal and using not only great photos but some photos that might leave a little bit to be desired. And today's photo is just that. I would say it's up there in the most uninteresting photos I've ever taken. But you know what? It was part of my journey. And don't worry, we are getting to the good photos. It's the board in the airport that shows where you go to the gate for your flight. Now, when we got to Manchester Airport, everything was on time. Every flight we took was on time. Now, my journey took us from Manchester Airport to JFK, New York, and then we got a domestic flight down to Atlanta. So my flight was at 11:15 in the morning. There's the flight number, it says JFK, and it says wait in the lounge. And that is our photo for these 2 pages. So I wanted to kind of show you that even though your photo is part of your exciting journey, and somebody thinks, oh yeah, that's great, Anne-Marie, next, that you're telling your story and it's part of it, and it doesn't matter however boring your photo is. Now, everything I do use I shall put in a detailed list on the blog, and as we go through it we'll build up a full list at the end for our journal. Now, our journal is more of a photo journal than a written journal, and we're building all our pages to make something memorable. I'm going to start off and I'm going to stamp the background of the 2 pages because, you know, it's part of the trip, it's part of our journey, and we want it all just how we want it, not how somebody else expects it, how we want it. So I'm going to use a little set of stamps from Heidi Swap, and on one of the stamps there's an aeroplane. Now, I've already got it on my stamping block, and I'm just going to gently tap it with black ink, and then we're going to stamp on our journal. We're stamping directly onto the page, and I'm going to start off by stamping a little bit further down the page, and I'm going to stamp 2 on that side, and I'm going to stamp, I think, maybe 2 in the corners as well, and just the last one, hopefully they're roughly in the corners, and that gives that page just something a little bit different. So now I'm going to do something very similar to the other page, but I'm going to stamp a row of planes, and they don't have to be precise, they don't have to be absolutely perfect. It's giving your journal just your personal touch. And when you stamp into a journal, it doesn't matter if it's not perfect because you're stamping onto your page directly. So it's kind of like your thing, not somebody else's. And maybe you want it to look old, maybe you want it to look absolutely perfect. It's your choice. It doesn't have to be. And I think that's the whole purpose of doing the journal in January, to kind of show that you can do whatever you want. So I've stamped my 4 planes on the main page where the photo is going to go, and then this page is going to be embellishments only. I'm just going to start off by matting and layering my photo, and I'm just matting it onto a piece of perfect palette cardstock from Anna Griffin, and that will be on that page. Now on this page, because it's kind of difficult to show something and make things for sometimes very uninteresting photos. However, on this occasion, I've taken the Union Jack flag, the British flag, and the American Stars and Stripes, and I've just printed it out onto normal white cardstock, and I'm matting and layering it onto a sheet of navy cardstock from the Perfect Palette range from Anna. And I'm simply going to pop that onto my page using flat adhesive tape, and then I'm going to take some washi tape, and I'm simply going to add that at the top, just across the two joins, and then you can tear it if you like, but I'm going to use my scissors and just snip it. And it's a masking tape, a washi tape with planes on, and I just thought it would work so well for this page. Now I can add a bit more, I can add a bit less. In fact, I think what we'll do is we'll have a little bit at the bottom as well, but I want to make sure that I get the planes so I can cut it absolutely perfectly like that to size, and snip the plain section away, and then I've got two pieces. In fact, we'll have one piece in one corner, and then the beauty of washi tape is you can reposition it, and I can peel that away and I can put that in the other corner, or I can put it just at the bottom, wherever I want, because it's my journal. So there we go. So that's one page done. I could add more, I could add less. It's entirely your choice. So for this page, what we're going to do is where we're going to add our photo, I'm going to start off with, I've got one of Anna Griffin's borders, and this was from a kit a long time ago, and I've simply cut it to size, hopefully, and it will fit on my page. Now I can always trim any excess later. So we've added that through our page. I've got a photo, and I've also got a little bit of journaling that I want to add. And then I've also got the date as well, and the day. So we're going to add our photo through kind of like the centre of the border on an angle like that, and we're going to add the day at the top. I've got all this on flat tape, so this was Wednesday, we set out on the Tuesday, had our overnight stay, and then I've got the date, which I can add just to one side of the picture, and then my journaling. And I've used one of Anna's blank labels that was in one of the kits from quite a while ago actually, but there's always some in the embellishment kits. And it says, nearly ready to fly off into the sunset, no delays, time for duty free. So I think that kind of sums it up. And even though I'm covering up the plane, I am adding that over our photograph like that. Now, I think that's perfect because that sums up that picture, and it tells the story. We're waiting, there's no delays, I'm ready for duty free, which I found some gorgeous perfume and I must get some, but I didn't like to at the time. Anyway, so it's kind of like just something a bit different. this shows us that we're going, you know, from England to the US, and it's just a great page, and it makes the story around a photo that's not the most interesting. So you see, you can journal anything. So I do hope you're enjoying our series. Please tune in tomorrow where we're playing and tickets and things like that. So we get a bit spicy tomorrow with what we're going to use. So I do hope you're enjoying watching, and I'd just like to say thank you for watching, and I shall see you tomorrow.